Hello there, and we are live. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to people. This is the first crossover show I'm having this season, people. Yeah, so it's big. Yeah, and of course, Cooper, who I dedicated my last two shows to, is back in the charts. Cooper, nice to see you down here, my bro. But I'll go back to the introduction. See, people, crossover show, my first crossover show for the season. And you know what, people, yeah? Two titans of this channel. People, Aura Gunguna, you're welcome to the show. All of the Fight Week show. Another titan on this channel, people. These two made me who I am on this channel, people. They contributed blood, tears, and sweat, people, on this show, on this channel, people. Welcome, Aura Gunguna. Talk to these people, my guy. How are you doing, man?
What's up? I'm doing good, Tony. Good to see my brother Ola again. Big up, brother. Yeah.
Salute. We there.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, no, it's great to have the three of us together once again. talking that mess. Yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. I see Yeti, Tony, and Cooper. Thanks for hanging out. Let's dive in.
People, that was Aura Gunguna. People, yeah. Come on, guys. All of the Fight Week show. It needs no introduction, people. Ola, talk to these people out there, bro. Talk to these people, man.
You people, it's been a minute, man, but we're back here on Tony Glod got a TV, man. You know what I mean? Salute for the invite, my bro. We've been trying to make it happen for a minute. Your schedule and my schedule, you know what I mean, is a little bit, but we made it happen, man. We made it happen, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm glad to be here talking Arsenal with my boys. And the state of the Premier League, really, you know, I try to say.
Yeah, people. See, guys, these people are my friends, but I'm not gonna make it easy on them because at the start of the season, both of them have been kind of skeptical about things. And even me too, I've been skeptical about some certain things which relates to the manager. But I'm gonna be hard on these people because I'm just a radio guy. So no one wants to listen to me. They want to listen to the stars of the show.
Oh, he's planting the seeds already.
No one wants to listen to me. They want to listen to this guy. So I'm gonna make it hard for them. See, Oregon, let's go straight right into you. Yeah, this weekend, Arsenal. Yeah, we went down to Fulham. It was a must-win matchup. We went down there when many other people were saying, "Oh, we're gonna smack them up 3-1." I was like saying, "No, guys, it's gonna be a very contentious match. It has a potential banana skin look to it." That's what I thought. That's what I said. But you know what? Yeah, it was a must-win matchup. We went down to Craven Cottage at a place where back-to-back meetings down there with drop points. It was necessary and very, very important. We go down there and picked up maximum points. We went down there. We picked maximum points. This is the third team who derailed our season last season that Arsenal have actually smacked up this season. Yeah, sucker punch, whatever you like, corner kick FC, Oregon Gunner. Footnotes to that, my brother.
I saw Yeti's comment. We were lucky that wasn't a draw or 2-2. To be honest, first thing I want to say is Gyökeres has to get a goal because he is going to be subbed the moment Kai Havertz is match fit. Let's be honest. He has to score these goals. He's got 2 or 3 great shots on target, but you can't put them all at the keeper, bro. You have to measure your shots. Take an extra touch. Look around. The ball in the first half when he's through, when he plays it back, there's no one behind him. Eze and Rice are waiting for him to do something. And it's like we talked about before, Tony. Where's the service for our striker going to come from? And I'm going to say it again for the 100th time. If Sporting Lisbon's midfield can figure it out, why can't we? That's my biggest issue I have right now, because we know what's going to happen. The confidence is going to drop. He's going to get dropped, and he may never touch the grass again under this manager. He will get the Aubameyang treatment over time, and that's my biggest concern. Eddie Nketiah, excuse me, has cursed the 14 shirt. He's cursed it. And now it's up to Victor Gyökeres to regenerate the spirit of the 14 shirt. And it's not going to happen under this manager playing defensive football every chance he gets, telling the players to slow down, telling the players to reorganize, telling the players to get it to Saka almost every chance we get. And I think Saka had a great game. I don't think it was a penalty. We can clearly see the ball played out in front of him on the edge of the box. You know, I just don't know when we're going to turn a page. And like you said, this was a must-win game. Every game's a must-win game. We all know this. Every game is a must-win game, no matter the opposition. You know, again, I see Victor Gyökeres running around pressing center backs. Why? They're not a threat. You know, this is where I get the pressing from Gyökeres. Yeah, it's great at times, but by the time the ball's played to him in a serviceable position, it doesn't work out. It just doesn't happen. And I think sometimes we're focusing a bit much on trying to just retain the ball, cross after cross, playing for corners. You know, we're not scoring goals from open play. This should have been a 3-0, 3 points, get back on the bus game. It really should have been, you know, and I'm still going to give the team props, like you said, maximum points, but there's just, we're just not getting out of second gear, you know, and I just feel like, again, these are patterns that we've seen over and over and over. And, you know, any stronger opposition that can finish, like our man Yeti says in the chat, if Fulham could finish, there's some goals there. If we were to go down 2-0 in the first half, then what? And there's really seems to be no plan B. Our plan B is just to be defensive. But we saw that against City in the 1-1 or the 2-2, right? Where Josh Stones comes in and heads it at the last second. You know, I feel like there's a real thin line between being defensive and all out attacking, and we still haven't found that balance. It was a scruffy 1-0 win that came off a nice layoff for Trossard, who put it in off his knee. Right? Okay. It wasn't a pure goal. And this is the question that even our rivals have been asking. Hey, Arsenal, yeah, you can score some set-piece goals and you can do some 1-0 work, maybe some 2-1s, 2-0s here and there. But when the rubber hits the road, when we start playing some of the tougher teams, i.e. Crystal Palace, right? Brighton at this point in time, maybe Chelsea. You can even look at Man United have won 2 straight. You know, I know we don't have to go back there again all season unless it's a cup competition, but the style of play needs to improve. But I'm happy for the 3 points, being top of the league. But I've said it before, Tony, I'll say it again. City put together 4 or 5 games. They're going to be top of the league, and it's going to be very, very hard for anybody to catch up. And they don't need a Rodri. They're not needing Rodri right now. You know, they're getting fluidity in their attack. Holland scoring goals like he did 2 seasons ago. So I just think it's still a long season. We got lots of football left, but I see little things that we can switch up. And it's the same things I think Ola's going to agree on. Our man Jasly, Gunner, Shane, etc. You know, and our friends here in the chat. It needs just some tweaking, right? And how Arteta is going to tweak that remains to be seen, because we've seen the same thing now for the last 6 years. And this, believe me, it was a scruffy 1-0 win, bro. But I'm glad we got the 3 points overall.
Okay, definitely. See, people, Oregon lots of things. I mean, he mumbled everything into one. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of points he actually gave down there that even me normally, I would react. He knows me. Normally, I would react to some of those things, but I want this to be, you know, to have parliamentary kind of decorum today. So, Ola, you're going to tell us what you thought about that matchup. Then we can bring out all these points that each and every one of us are bringing out, and then we can discuss them generally. But what did you think about that matchup? We went down to Craven Cottage. Must win, as I said before when I referred to Oregon. It is one of the 3 teams that took points away from us and derailed our season last season. And it's one of those teams that we've actually punished this season. Put that in mind when you're also giving us your analysis into it. Ola, take it away from here, bro.
Yeah, man. First of all, salam alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, people. Big up on yourself. Make sure you lot are driving up the like button there, share button. Make sure you're helping out my brother's channel, Tony Claude TV. Yeah, make sure you're showing love, man. Right. I'm gonna say it like this. I thought that the first 50 minutes was crazy. It was non-existent. It was so dead. Like the first 50, 55, it was like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? But I tried to pick the brains of my colleagues on the watch along. Shout out to Matty, shout out to my bro Lee. And I was just trying to gauge like what they were thinking about, what was unfolding in front of our eyes, and it looked like there wasn't no cohesion. Eze looked bad. Like I've never seen Eze look so bad in the Arsenal shirt. Trossard was so bad. I was calling for him to get hooked before he scored that goal. Like I was calling for him to get hooked already. You know what I mean? Like there were a lot of players. Gyökeres, I mean, the chances he's getting, he had a couple good chances that I expected. And I'm going to say this, I'm not going to be a hypocrite on this, yeah? Because I was, even before the game started, I was already praising Leno. Because anybody that's watched Fulham and how Fulham has played the whole of last season, even all of this season as well, would know the importance of Leno for Fulham. Like, even when Fulham are losing games, Leno's keeping that scoreline respectable. You know what I'm trying to say? So I knew it was going to be a difficult task trying to get, the ball past Leno. And he made a couple of good saves. But my problem is us being clinical when we get these chances. Because those chances don't come, they come few and far in between. And when we get in few and far in between chances like that, I feel we need to be taking more of them. And like I said, I picked the brain of my boys on the show. And Matty was trying to, he did say we have to factor in these guys just came back from international break. Things are going to be a little bit disjointed. You know what I mean? Players never really come back from international break and give you squash-buckling football. Like if we're looking for like that entertaining football straight after international break, 2 weeks of it as well, it's like we're kind of asking a lot of these players, right? So I bear that in mind. But that doesn't mean the games before this game is like we're seeing more of the same, if that makes sense. So, but then the question of international break comes in again. Every single time since we've started the league, every single month we've had international break. So this stop, start. It's not really. And if Matt is saying this to me, because I wanted to go, I was ready to bring out the AK-47 and start spraying. You know what I mean? But when Matt is saying it, you know what I mean? And from a coach's point of view, because obviously he's been there, you know what I mean? He's done a few coaching, whether a high level or low level, is still kind of the same concept, right? And if your players have been away, playing under different directions, they come back. Yeah, they're professionals, but they're still human beings. So we're bound to see them a little bit disjointed. Now, that doesn't take away from, because I complained about Gyökeres the whole game, and I'm sat there saying I'm ready for Kai Havertz to come back. I'm shameless, I'm ready for Kai Havertz to come back.
Wait.
Hold on. Let me unpack the grenade.
Let me
look at this radio guy. He's ready to
make sure I heard clearly. People, I mean, come on, wait, guys. Let's get perspective to this. Ola, please, could you repeat what you just said so that let me be very sure, because my ears is doing the rumba dumba. So please just help us out here. Tell us, what did you just say now?
I'm ready for 29 to come back, bro. You know what I mean? I'm ready for 29 to come back.
Oh, right? Arsenal fans. Wow. Arsenal
and I tell you, what do you mean Arsenal fan? It's 29 or Arsenal. It's 29 or Arsenal player. Am I not paying his wages? Am I not paying his fucking wages, bro? Yeah? You better answer the call when we call on you to come and put some balls on the back of the
shameless.
leg. Yo,
this is
what are you talking
bro.
about?
I mean,
yo,
your own
shameless.
standard, bro. This is low blow. This is low, bro. When was the last UFC match that we've actually seen a low blow, bro?
Yeah, bro. There was one couple days ago. It was bad. Go look at Kevin Holland. It took the whole 5 minutes. And extra time.
Yeah. That one, right?
Go check out Kevin Holland, man. He took the whole 5 minutes. It was bad. You know what I mean? But look, I'm gonna look. I'm an Arsenal fan, and Dow, Tony, we all got these scars, man. You know what I mean? I say it all the time about the scars we bear.
Yeah, the scars.
Year after year, season after season. I don't care who wins the league for me. I don't care who gets me over the fucking line. At this point, get me Stevie Wonder. If he fucking sees the way to get me there, I'm following him. That's how desperate we are now. Am I lying?
No.
Like
I would welcome a 4-4-2 with Havertz and Gyökeres up front.
Right now. Exactly.
Right
I'm not. Yeah, thank you. You see where you took it? That's where I was gonna take it. But Tony is crazy. He heard me say, I can't wait for Tony to come back, and he jumped on it. He ain't trying to see how I'm trying to fucking play. And I said, hold on.
To recuperate from that, bro.
You gotta let him learn the plane, bro.
It's like I'm hearing alien shit, bro.
But the kind of style that Gyökeres does play for Sweden, and I know him and Isak, they've not really been doing it for Sweden lately, but he likes that big man, little man type shit. You know what I mean? And I think he can get that with Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz for me is actually better hold up play than Gyökeres is. And look, Gyökeres is still new, right? I'm not going to kill him too much because he's got goals already in this league, right? But I also understand that you need to hit the ground running for me. I don't care if you fucking took a pay cut to get here, bro.
Right.
That don't absolve you from doing your job properly. Yeah. And I know there are other strikers in the league that's not doing as much. But they are not your competition, Gyökeres. Haaland is your competition, blood. Yeah? Haaland is your competition. Forget them other man that ain't doing nothing. Haaland is the fucking competition, bro. And if you ain't fucking banging on the rates that Haaland is moving right now, you ain't no good to me. 100%. I'm sorry. All this talk I brought it up and Matty was flabbergasted when he heard what Arteta had to say about if he scored for 6 to 8 games. I don't want you worrying about that changing your attitude and all this other shit. And if you're gonna do that, go play for another manager. I'm like, what the fuck did I just hear? What is this brother talking about? I need you to get on these strikers and let them, like, bro, we got a league to win. We got majors to win. I need you to hit the ground running. Yeah? Kind of like when we bought Trossard. Like that. That's how I need you to hit the ground running. Because all I heard about Gyökeres, and Tony knows me, about players that don't play in our league. Even players that play in our league, but hasn't put my shirt on. I always say to you, innit, Tony, I don't care what they've done in their other team. I need to see what you're doing in my shirt. That 97 goals in 2 years means fuck all to me, blood.
True.
Means fuck all. Absolute jack shit to me. It don't do nothing for me.
No, but actually, you have to put that in, but again.
No.
But again,
hey,
that's,
Tony,
that's what.
Tony, hold on, Tony. I did caveat it. I said, you know me. Yeah, this is just my way of thinking. Yeah, I'm not trying to think what the club think. This is just and I said it. You know how my thought process is when it comes to bringing players in from another league and all of that. I said to you, I don't know these players. I don't know how they operate. I don't know what they're doing over. I don't watch their league. You know, so I'm not going to cast no judgment on what you've done, either badly or they done that. What matters to me is when you put pen to paper, you put my shirt on and what you do on the field of play. That's what matters to me. So from the day we signed him I'm giving him leeway. I'm not killing him. Like I said, he scored a few goals, right? He's doing better than some other strikers. But them man there are not your competition. I'm sorry.
Definitely.
Haaland is your competition. And that's how, if he's got the same mentality that I'm thinking he has, that you man said he has before we brought him in, then he'd be thinking like that too. He'd be thinking that way. That this other guys ain't my competition. That's the guy that I need to compete with. And that automatically should just raise your game without anything else. That in itself should drive you, should want to make you do more. You know what I mean? Rip the net apart. But I ain't seen that from him yet. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but on the whole, I'm happy with the 3 points. I predicted 2-0 going into the game. Conservative, because I know how tough Fulham are. Fulham, they ain't no mugs. They're very, very tough outfit. And I appreciate the fact that what we've been doing so far is rectifying the mistakes that we made before in how we played against Palace. I mean, how we played against Fulham, how we've played against West Ham, and which other team did we drop points to?
Newcastle.
And Newcastle. So in those 3 games, they've gone and shown me that, you know, when the shit hits the fan, they can hold their nerve and come away with the 3 points. You know, so I'm going to give them praise for that. You know, I'm trying to say, but we need more. We still need more. You know, we need more. And whether we're going to get more or not, time will tell. But as far as the way we're going, we just need to crank it up more, man. You know what I mean? We need to crank it up.
Crank it up more. Crank it up more. See, I mean, I would like to touch on the issues that you two have actually touched on here, people, because, I mean, it's like, I mean, when it unravels, I mean, someone popularly said something, I mean, 50 Cent said something. When it rains, it pours. I mean, see, this wasn't the narrative, you know, at the start of the season.
You didn't see that one coming, did you?
I mean, when it rains, it pours, people. I mean, see, this wasn't what we were talking about. Many people were saying that, you know, this season, the Arsenal will come third, you know, that we're not ready to win the league and this, that. But again, let's keep all those things apart first, Let's get into this Gyökeres thing.
I don't think you'll find Arsenal fans saying that. I don't think you'll find Arsenal fans saying that. Arsenal fans are saying Majors or the manager got to go. Right. That's what I've heard from a lot of Arsenal fans.
I've not heard many Arsenal fans say we are going to win the league.
I'm hearing different. Arsenal fans demanding to win the league. It's not about we were going to win the league. Who cares about prediction? We're demanding to win the league, bro. No, we're demanding for it.
The league.
Whoa.
We've demanded. What do you mean demanding is not winning the league? We've come up short. But we've come up short for seasons.
So now. We've come up short. What are we talking about? When we come up short, and the fans are demanding to win the league, these aren't just match going fans. This is every fan. This is every fan.
But again, that's still a demand. It's still a demand. No one is saying it with chest that we're gonna win the league. That's what I'm trying to say. No one is saying it with chest.
Bro, we've been here the last 3 seasons, bro. We've been here the last 3 seasons. What are you talking about, Tony?
Everyone is saying it with a cafe.
Your best 11. You have to play your best 11 when they're fit. You can't, I agree with what Oma's saying about Kai Havertz as well. If you change up the formation, you go 4-4-1-1, you go 4-4-2, you put in your 2 strikers to get goals to win this. We don't need Havertz coming on in the 72nd minute when it's 1-1 at Fulham to replace Gyökeres. That's what I think Ola's trying to say. We're trying to replace the guy. We're trying to give him more tools so he can be successful as well.
Because you see how we played with Isak when he plays for Sweden, right? So that could be helpful for Gyökeres. I'm trying to come up with solutions, and this brother thinks I'm coming up with some crazy shit.
You know what? No one has even heard what I have to say.
We heard you, Tony. We know where you're going with it. You're the radio guy.
See, this is the thing. See, people, this is the thing. You have to point the finger, to the person that has the faults in him with this Gyökeres issue. Last season, when I was telling people, justice for Kai, they all laughed at me. I mean, in all these channels, they all laughed at me. But it's because I've seen the bigger picture. This manager doesn't know what to do with strikers. So when Kai Havertz was out there scoring up to 12, 15 goals last season, people, I knew he went out of his depth to score those goals.
So what big picture do you see at the end of the season, Tony?
Now just listen.
You see bigger pictures, blood.
You know what now, Ola? This is the thing. We now see a striker who scored up to more than 100 goals, a profound winner somewhere else, struggling in the same Arteta framework. That's what I mean. Bro, you can't compare this. Bro, this man is a killer. He's a killer. And bro, look at what he's suffering now. Man can't even get passes across to him. That's what I'm talking about. Bro, if you see Gyökeres' game, number one, he's old enough center half. He's old enough center backs. He has to build up play. He has to go back here, build up play from behind. Man has to run through the channels, people here. I mean, he does everything. He helps with the build up play. He's holding up center halves. He's the battering ram in that striking position. People. And bro,
for who?
Even when, and you know what? Yeah, even when they build up that play, man is actually missing. So you know what? Yeah, we have to point the fingers. Just listen. We have to point the fingers. Yeah, to whom the blame should go to, and that's Mikel Arteta. His framework isn't working. He doesn't know how to use center forwards. He's completely clueless about how to put
I need to crash on some players, man.
That is the number one thing I need you to understand. Secondly, Gyökeres needs competition. Ola, I do agree with you. Even if it was laughable from your own standards. That was why I was laughing, because I mean, people, Ola has standards. Yeah, Oregon
beggars can't be choosers right now, man. I'm desperate, bro. I'm desperate for the league title, man. I'm desperate for the league title. I'm desperate, bro.
And rightfully so. I understand if Oregon doesn't want him to play. I completely get that.
I don't want to see Kai Havertz by himself, isolated as a striker. Kai Havertz and Gyökeres, it will take time, but there is goals there.
I'm not asking for like. All that like for like sub ain't gonna work.
That's not gonna happen.
Right, exactly.
The manager doesn't play with two strikers. It's not gonna happen.
Hold on.
We're out here talking all this. It's not gonna play with two strikers.
That's why I agree with you.
It's not how he plays.
That's why I agree. That's the problem. I agree. He's the number one problem. But if we want to have competition and score the goals and get the service to our strikers, you have to give them tools as well. There's no shame in going 4-4-2 against Chelsea. There's no shame in going 4-4-2 against Spurs. There's no Spurs. There's no shame in 4-4-2 against Newcastle.
We have a manager who's not going to do that. This is the thing. No matter how you opine all these things, the manager is not going to do that. He's not going to do that.
Listen. Bro,
it doesn't matter. He's not gonna do that.
I've seen this manager put Merino up top and still leave Gyökeres on the pitch. So what I'm trying to say to you is there's something going on at the club right now, and I can't put my finger on it, because I'm trying to see the pattern on how Arteta's moving and how he's trying to play these players. And he's put Eze where we've all asked him to put him, right, over the last couple games, and it's not really looked it, right? Gyökeres, the same thing. Play him up top, put a 10 behind him. We're going to see the best, and it's not really happened yet. So right now, I'm now looking at the wide mans, right? So which one are you choosing? Trossard is the one I've been going at. And I'm saying, we all know it's not a great starter. Right? Again, like I said, in the last game, I was pining for him to get hooked up until he scored. Right? Because his game, the whole game, in that whole 60 minutes, Trossard did fuck all. We might as well be playing with 10 men. We might as well be playing with 10 men. If he didn't do that much. He weren't affecting the game. He weren't really putting the fullback on skates like you expect him to, like pinning them back and just making them work. We didn't really see it, right? So for me, when you start looking at the solutions that this manager could employ. Like I said, having somebody like Kai Havertz can change that. You know what I mean? Instead of maybe throwing on a Merino as a last, throwing a kitchen sink at it, you can bring Kai Havertz on 60 minutes into the game, 55 minutes into the game, maybe even half time, and just change the flow state and give the defender something different to worry about alongside Gyökeres. Maybe that would even free him up for Gyökeres to really get those runs that he would need to make to get the type of goals that he likes to score, right? So this is us trying to look for a solution for Gyökeres, not just for the manager, but for Gyökeres himself, because I need him to score goals. I need him to start fucking producing. We need output. We need output at this point.
Then get ready to be disappointed this season, because the Gyökeres I'm seeing is holding up centre halves, is partaking in build-up play. He goes far back to actually help out with the build-up play. He's running the channels. I mean, he's doing every single thing, that a traditional point man isn't supposed to do. So, I mean, we should just be prepared to know that this man might not even get up to 15 goals this season. And there's footnotes to that. And again, I think Mikel Arteta is looking at everything going on. And it's just that back there at his seat, just laughing and smiling. He's happy at what is happening, because he's totally okay with Gyökeres holding up centre halves, being the battering ram in this team, with no goals. But if provided they would free up Bukayo Saka or free up whomever he puts down there on the left-hand side. And again, one thing I've noticed whenever Gyökeres is playing this season is that I've noticed that for some reason, 2 to 3 players are always on him in every game. Maybe due to, maybe his reputation he has in Europe or whatever. And of course, he's a big, strong guy, so he can hold off 2 to 3 players. Somehow, it somehow freed Bukayo Saka just a little bit. I'm not seeing Bukayo Saka having this new lease of life without 2 or 3 people just doubling up on Bukayo Saka. So it opens up the game on the wide area.
Can I ask both of you something real quick?
You need that change down that left back.
Tony, can I ask you something? Anyway. Tony, can I ask you something quickly? I wanted to ask both of you and get your takes on this. When Gyökeres had the chance to take a penalty,
because we'll answer this one,
because we know that Gyökeres is the designated penalty taker on the team, and it was Saka's 200 appearance or whatever for the 100 goal,
and he was captain that day,
and he was captain that day too. Do you think it was selfish of Saka? Because I was saying this at the time, that he's going to pull rank on Gyökeres for this penalty. I didn't even know about the record or whatever. I just saw the armband and I thought, oh yeah, Saka's going to pull rank on him and he's going to take this penalty off of him right before he did it. And we was watching it live when it happened, right? And then obviously finding out, oh, okay, so he did it for even more PR reasons than I thought, right? So do you think it was selfish of him to maybe not give that penalty to Gyökeres to maybe get him out of the funk that he was in for the good of the team, rather than your own personal accolades? You've scored shitload of goals for this club. So from a team perspective and a captain's perspective, there's no wrong answer to this. I'm just trying to pick your brains on it.
Yeah, sure. It's a big one. Oregon Gunner, man.
Oh, yeah.
Take it away.
Kind of yes and no, Ola. I think Tony and I did a show after that game, and we discussed this a little bit. When you've got the armband, it's your decision. That's the way I look at it, right? You're right. I think it was a 200 goal achievement, or so, 200 or 250, somewhere in there, right? I always think that the captain is the manager on the pitch, and Saka's a senior level player. So at the end of the day, it's still a goal, right? I don't really care. What I want to see more of Gyökeres is I want to see the Giroud Gyökeres who could hold up the ball and score goals, right?
The reason I said this is because they did this for Havertz. to get Havertz out of the funk.
To get out,
And they helped him out and got him out of the funk with it.
A
penalty can do so much good for for a striker that's lacking confidence. And that's why I was saying, did he put his own personal accolades above the team? What could benefit the team?
But he's still holding up the ball, right? But there just isn't end product right now. And I'm more worried about the confidence of Gyökeres when Havertz comes back than I am about him not taking that one penalty.
Oregon, this is a direct question, Oregon Gunner. If Saka should have given Gyökeres that penalty to take, it's simple. Would it have boosted his confidence in front of
his confidence? And maybe
a direct question.
Maybe he might have scored a brace in the last couple of games that we've seen him play for Arsenal.
It's a direct question, Oregon Gunner. Yes or no?
No, I think Saka's got the armband. It's his decision, and there may be
fair play.
But I also, of course, I understand the other side of the coin too. It would boost confidence, but that's not going to change him from holding up balls, being defended like Tony said by 2 or 3 center backs, and putting the ball across the goal to run there, right? I really do think the ideal is that he's still new. This is the 8th game he's played at the club. And let's not even count preseason, right? The 8th competitive game he's played for the club. It's going to take time. We've argued this over and over last season. Kai Havertz the season before. We got to give the guy 10 games, 11, 12 games. He's like you said before, Ola, he wears the shirt now. He's not Chelsea Havertz anymore. He's Arsenal Havertz, right? Yeah. So we got to give the same sort of leeway for Gyökeres in a way. But what I'm seeing is someone who holds up the ball pretty well, but there's really no end product yet. And I still think that will come. But I think just to enhance the squad and to get those goals that we need, you have to change. You have to play your best 11. And I know we all don't rate Havertz, or we do a little bit don't. But if you have those two up front, or a 4-4-1-1 with Havertz behind Gyökeres, or Gyökeres behind Havertz, you have to.
Things could happen. Good things could happen.
Why do you want to make sure that Gyökeres is in the picture? Why do you want him to be in the picture?
Because it wouldn't be like for life. It wouldn't be like for life.
You know what? Yeah, I feel that very, very. I feel that unfair to Kai Havertz because last season, because last season, 2 seasons ago, people didn't even give this guy 5 games to settle down in this football club. But right now, Gyökeres is in scoring goals. And now
that's last season.
We're trying to shoehorn this thing. We're trying to shoehorn this thing. We're trying to, make it look good in a way. He have eyes for the team, and we still have to keep him in the team. Hell no. I want flat out competition for all places. If Gyökeres isn't doing well, hack the man off.
No.
Bring in Merino.
Hold on.
Bring in Merino or bring in Havertz.
Down. I'm about to kill his argument right now. Hold on. Tony, calm down. Calm down, Tony.
Remove him and bring Kai Havertz in.
Tony, relax.
Bro, no. We're not having it because
all right, Tony.
Last 2 seasons when I said, hey, let's give Kai Havertz time, I knew many people who said, no, I just give him 5 games. And if he doesn't perform, bye-bye. That's
okay.
Let's don't be unfair to anyone. If Gyökeres doesn't cut it, let's allow competition reign. And this is what has worked in other positions in the team. Let competition reign.
Hey, Dow, please. Let me just say this because Tony ain't refusing to chill, right? And he's going mad. Yeah, drink some water, right? Who told you that players that play alongside each other on the pitch can't compete with each other? No, I'm asking you. No. Answer the goddamn question. No. Hold on, because I got a follow up. I just need this. I just need the straight answer. You was just pulling down for a straight answer, I'm asking you for a straight answer, Tony. I don't want you to dilly-dally. I don't want you to do your chorus. I don't want you to fuck about. I just need you to answer my goddamn question. Now, listen,
your manager doesn't play that framework.
No, hold on.
Your manager doesn't play that framework.
No, Tony.
So
Tony, none of us is managing Arsenal. None of us is managing Arsenal. We are giving opinions.
But
so
we
I
have
ask you
enough
again.
evidence to know that Mikel Arteta doesn't play with 2 strikers.
So why are you dodging the question, Tony? Answer the fucking question,
It's not about
Tony,
dodging.
can 2 players that play alongside each other on the pitch compete with each other? Can there be competition to each other? I just asked you a question.
It's clearly a coaching stuff you're talking about. It's clearly coaching.
Can you answer the question, please?
Bro, they can compete. No, they can compete, but it's clearly coaching.
Follow-up question. No. Stop. So they can compete. You want competition, and now you've just said 2 players that play alongside each other.
Bro, I know the framework my manager plays.
Right? Like I said, none of us here are managing. None of us here.
When was the last time?
None of us here are going to manage Arsenal. Yeah, we're not the Arsenal. We're not managing Arsenal. When was the last time
Mikel Arteta played with 2 strikers?
Bro,
I think he did. He played last season. He played some 4-4-2.
Bro, there was time when he had 4 strikers on the pitch.
Right. Bro, that's when we're chasing a goal. I'm talking about a game where he uses 2. That's when he chases a game. No, I'm not talking of chasing a game. I'm talking of your number. I'm talking of 11 players.
But
first lineup. When have you seen him play with 2 strikers?
Well, I've seen him play with 4 strikers, chasing a game.
Martinelli, Gyökeres.
Chasing a game. I'm talking of first 11. No, but again,
we're
not talking about chasing a game. We all were talking about your first 11, not chasing a game. They are 2 different things. So starting off.
No, you're talking about first 11.
Hold on. Tony. And where did we end up again? 2nd place. Did we lift the trophy? No.
Why can't we try something different? I'm playing 2 strikers.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
No, I wonder, but the manager doesn't do that. Again, you have to go with what the manager do.
So competition in the squad. If they're a real squad, Tony, and Arteta can do what we kind of think he can do, then why are you not playing 4-4-2 with Martinelli, Rice, Eze, and Saka, and then Gyökeres?
I want him to do that, but he's not going to do it. I want him to do that, but he's not going to do it. So we have to be. We have to have some form of reality.
So you've moved away from what you was talking about earlier on about talking about. Because the premise of this whole conversation was how you won a competition and you wouldn't have Kai and Gyökeres on the pitch at the same time.
Bro,
that was the whole premise of this argument.
No,
am I lying now? That's the whole premise of this conversation. You're telling me that you want that. You just know your manager wouldn't do it. Right? I got you, Tony.
Everything.
Tony. No. I ain't twisted the goddamn thing. Hey, I got you, Tony. I got you right where I want you. Right?
Everything, bro.
No, I ain't twisted nothing. You twisted yourself, bro. I just hold in the mirror to you. Yeah? Roy Keane said that yesterday. You know what I mean? Roy Keane said that yesterday.
No, I only asked a simple question.
You're just the man in the mirror right now.
This manager, big up to Peter, who's in the house. Big up to Peter. Yeah.
When was the last time that this manager you want 2 strikers on the pitch at the same time too? So you want 2 strikers on pitch at the same time?
What do you mean? I want that too. But again, I'm real. I know this manager doesn't do that because he doesn't do that. It's not his modus operandi. That's what I'm saying. So I already know this. So
all right, I agree with you on that front. Like I said, we're not going to be Arsenal managers. I agree with you on that front. But my whole premise was you talking about how you want competition and those guys being on the pitch together can't be competition for each other. And that's why I wanted to debunk. But I'm glad you conceded. If you conceded, then that's cool. That's cool. You know what I mean? Now you conceded, then we move on.
Obviously, that can be competition. But your manager doesn't go with 2 strikers. So I am real. I'm bypassing all that bullshit. I'm real. I'm being real.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here to give. That's why we're here to give. That's why we're here now. That's why we're here to give opinions. We're here to give to make conversation.
If you can play 2 strikers, at a go, then good. you have to remove Gyökeres at least after the 65th minute, so that other players who are out there can come in and do something. That's what I'm trying to say. We can't have people here. We cannot have Merino scoring goals in Spain, tearing up the whole of Europe, and we cannot actually use him down here to score goals. What are we talking about? And Gyökeres is not scoring goals. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. In the 65th minute, if he doesn't score goals, pack the man off and bring in someone else. Let's actually have competition.
So why? So if you keep saying, Tony, that you know your manager ain't gonna do this solution, even though that's a solution that's available for him to use in a game state to get a result, and you're saying you know your manager won't do it. So when the fans are demanding a league title and majors, or he's got to go, you're saying, but why are they demanding and saying they're going to win it? How are they going to say they're going to win it if you know your manager and you know your manager ain't going to use all the strength that's on display or at disposal for him to use? How do you expect your fan base, your fans that you're saying, me and Dow, to come up here and say with chest we're going to win the league? We're saying we're demanding it, but you want us to fucking say with chest when you yourself, you criminal, just said you know your manager ain't gonna fucking let fucking the handbrake off and let the players do what they can do.
I can give you footnotes to that, because this season,
bro, I want a footrest. I don't want. I want a recliner.
I want an encyclopedia.
You know what? See, Oregon Gunner, Fat Week Show. Hola. See, this is the thing. This season is different from last season and last 2 seasons and the season before that. Yeah? You know why? Because it would be very, very disingenuous of us to actually throw away out the window what Andre Berta did for this football club in its first summer. In this
We're not throwing it out the window. Your manager's going to be the one that throws it out the window.
No. You're throwing it out the window if you're not putting Arsenal in that. I mean, in your prediction to win the league this season, you're actually discrediting what he did in the summer transfer window. Because I keep saying this, Arsenal.
I don't want to predict Arsenal winning the league. I demand Arsenal to go win the league. Like that's as much a prediction as it's going to get.
Players. See, Ola, whether we like it or not, Arsenal have brought in quality players this past summer.
We've all praised Berta this window.
What we have
we've now. Praised Berta.
And you know what? Regardless of the manager and his tactics, we are top of the league. That tells you something. That regardless of this manager, regardless of what he might do or how he thinks or how he sets up, we're winning games. It means that there are individual players in this team that can actually try to engineer something for us. And that's what I'm latching my hope on. And when you look at other teams, they're lacking in what we have. They lack depth, they lack bench, they lack the intensity to keep going on. Liverpool is completely packed out. I remember when Ola was actually talking on Lee's channel, and he said, when Isaac came on, he said, that's the league title gone away. But right now, I know it's kind of hard to actually put Arsenal right now in that title charge when, you were already saying in the summer that, Liverpool has taken this title away. So, and I wasn't saying that. I was saying that Arsenal is in this road to get that title if the manager fixes up. So, that's nice.
Is it fixed up for you? Do you think it's fixed up?
He has not fixed it, but I've also said that
no. Tony.
I've also added there that
has it fixed up on Tony? Has this manager fixed up or not?
The manager is a stubborn manager. He's not gonna fix up. But the good thing.
So what we were saying then still stands then.
Individual players. No, Oregon Gunner. Do you believe that we have individual players to actually get us somewhere this season, to win us a major? Because many other rivals are telling us that we have a complete team, that we have a team to finally go.
But it's baby steps, and the problem is we've spent 1.1 billion doing baby steps with this manager for the last 6 years, and you're like you said before,
you're kind of baby steps.
Yeah, so all eyes on smoke.
He ain't gonna change it up, bro. Like that's a thing. He won't do the 4-4-2. He won't use the tools that we've got because you can play 4-4-2, and then one of the strikers gets tired in the 75th minute. Then you could bring on Martinelli as the left-sided striker. You could bring Trossard on as a left-sided striker. You could move Saka up front and put Madueke when he's fit on the right wing in the 4-4-2. There's combinations you could use, and that's my problem. Is that everything is so fucking choreographed, even the substitutions, and that's why he refuses to play with the 4-4-2 system. Back to basics. Shout out Heady One. Back to basics, right? Put up 4-4-2. Give Havertz and Gyökeres time to fucking do their thing. There's goals to be had, bro. And when you isolate your striker with his back towards the goal, who isn't scoring goals like Olivier Giroud did, who was a master at holding up the ball and still scoring goals, we're not getting that from Gyökeres right now.
Hey, Dow sounds like a true businessman, you know. Dow, do you dabble in business? You dabble in business? You sound like a man that don't like to leave money on the table. You sound like it's not my money. It's not my money, bro. You sound like a man that don't like leaving money on the table, bro. Back to basics. There's goals to be had. That's what Dow's saying.
Like, I know Havertz isn't gonna just be scoring goals like Holland. We understand that. I think we all know that. Isak will kick on. Liverpool are not done. We're 8 games into the fucking season. We have 30 games to go. Like,
I'm not having that. If we lost the same amount of games that Liverpool have already lost, back-to-back games, 4 games, you would say Arsenal is dead and buried. You would say
because we've been there before.
No.
Oh, do you remember? Do you have scars? Do you have scars, Tony?
Tony. If Arsenal got 4 back-to-back losses, you would say that our season is over. You said we're finished.
Tony's been to have surgery, man. Tony got them scars though. All of a sudden, Tony wants to forget everything that hurt you the last 3 years. He just want to forget it because of 8 games. Is that how it goes, Tony? Is that how he is? Is that how you? It's Tony.
Oh my God!
We were getting Chelsea dry, but it's like the second season was here. Yes, he scored goals. January through March, April of 2024, when we scored 32 goals and conceded like 4, we were on fire. What happened? Still second fucking place, bro.
It's Tony.
Oregon, that's why I gave you footnotes. I mean, you guys don't want to listen to the radio guys' footnotes. I mean, listen. What the freaking footnote is?
Like Rick Ross said, the Lord forgives our don'ts. You know what I mean? The Lord forgives our don'ts. Exactly. I suffered the last the last few seasons, bro. I'm bearing the scars of it on my back. Yeah, and I demand medals, man. I demand majors. Like I want to see majors, bro. So should you, Tony. So should Dow. So should every single Arsenal fan, yeah, that's been on this journey, yeah, for good or bad or indifferent, that's been on this whole fucking situation to the point where we're at right now. Everybody should be demanding majors, man. Everybody should be demanding to see fucking Premier League title. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially the amount that we've invested. The owners should be demanding to see fucking titles, bro. Yeah, the owners, for the outlay they put down, they should be demanding to see fucking titles. Bro.
I'm also demanding that too.
Yeah,
I'm also demanding that too.
All right. So it's not a prediction. It's a demand. It's a demand. Don't make it happen.
But again, I'm also asking now. You know what? Yeah. See, people. Let's be done with all this, rigmarole talk. Let's put your neck on the line, people. Put your neck on the line. Oregon gonna put your neck on the line. Is Arsenal gonna win the league?
If you put your neck on the line for Arteta first, then I'll put my neck on the line. How about that? You start. Yeah. Hey, you know, hey, Dow, you know why they said the cliff is so high? You know why they said the cliff is so high? And they want you to look down and see how far down it is. You said, no, you go look. Yeah, you go have a look for me. Yeah, have it. You have it. You put your neck on the line for this manager you said you don't trust. You do it, then we'll do it.
Go ahead. Be my guest.
I'm not.
I've had fun on this show, people. It's been long I've had fun like this, people. Yeah. Oregon Gunner. Oregon Gunner. Yeah. But
Sure.
with what is happening with Liverpool, let's be very sincere now.
Look at this guy trying to swerve this whole thing. So you're not going to put your neck on the line? You're not going to put your neck on the line?
No, because Ola's twisted everything. Yeah. Ola is like, who's that guy that twists all those in X-Men? Yeah, is that Magneto that twists all the whole magnets and kind of like fire it back to you? Yeah, that's what Ola is. Magneto. That's what he's doing. But again, I understand those tactics. Yeah, I mean, people. I've had shows with Ola for about 3 seasons. People, go watch it. Yeah, Oregon Gunner. I'm asking you this. Yeah, when you see this Liverpool team, yeah, we all said that. Oh, okay. Many people said, oh, okay, with the acquisition of Isaac, and Vert, that they're gonna win the league. But right now, see what they're going through right now. Mm-hmm. There are problems in that team. They've just gone 4 back-to-back losses, bro. Yeah, including 3 times in the league, bro. Throw that all away. Do you think that there's any other worthy competition right now that can battle Arsenal for that title? I don't want to hear Man City, because Man City wasn't in the conversation in the summer. No one talked about you said it's finished. All I said it's finished. So please, let's have some proper parliamentary decorum here. I don't want this low bloat down here. Liverpool. Yeah.
Okay, for Liverpool, it's just not happening. Let's be honest. In the first game of the season, they were down. They were up 2-0. It was 2-2. They ended up winning 4-2 in the first game of the season. Right? They've won comeback games, and against United, it just didn't happen for him yesterday. You know, and I think Slot's got some things to worry about. I think Konate is not a very good player. He's not that athletic, right? He's tall and strong, but he just doesn't read the game well. They've got rid of Trent Alexander, who was a pivotal in them winning the league last season, as was pivotal in them, you know, being pretty dominant the season before, but not getting it done, obviously. You know, they've changed up their whole back line, but Van Dijk, you know, and their midfield's kind of weak. If Gravenberch doesn't have a good game, everything's kind of thrown off. Isak is the least of their worries right now. You know, I just think it's going to take time for him to bleed in, right? He's going to need the Kai Havertz 5-10 games. He's going to need the Gyökeres 10-12 games, right? It's a whole different system than Eddie Howe has played. And, you know, to be honest, he also was injured when he first came to Liverpool and sat out, I think, the first 3 weeks. You know, he wasn't match fit because he was on vacation. You know, but to think it's not, to throw City aside, Tony, Holland is single-handedly keeping them 3 points behind us, and they're 1 goal behind us differential, right? And I've heard even our friend BBK, Terrence, say, he's kind of writing off City too because they have Rodri. They didn't have Rodri yesterday, but they go beat Everton 2-0, and we struggled with Fulham. You know, that's the thing. It's City have the tools to do it. They have the manager that has winning mentality.
I mean, the argument was going so good with this Liverpool thing until you brought that Man City talk. Don't do this, bro.
If Liverpool fall off, it's a 2-horse race between us and City, and possibly Tottenham. But I think they're going to pull off too. Right?
So now you bring City to the conversation.
Can I piggyback off of what you're saying there?
Oregon. Many people all said, including you in the summer. You said, I mean, this is it for City. This is it. I mean, bro, again, I don't want to do this. Oregon, I have receipts. Oregon, I have receipts. We have a show together. I have receipts. You know, I can pull it up. But again, I wouldn't like to do that to you, bro. I mean, I don't want to treat you like TJ, yeah? When I told TJ, you don't have the answers, brother. You don't have the answers. So I don't want to do that to you, bro. But again, City wasn't in this conversation. What?
They are
Why
now.
are we bringing City to this conversation?
They are now.
Like you heard Oregon good. Why is he bringing City to this conversation?
All right. So
hold on 1 second. Let me land, and you can attack Tony. What I'm saying is, I said yes. City will have struggled to.
Yeah, I'm the attacker.
Hold on. But I also said if they can get 4 or 5 games of goals, bring up Connor. 4 or 5 game run of games. You're talking 15 points, straight 15 points. They win, we draw. They win, we draw. They're top of the league, Tony. And Holland has dropped pounds. He's dropped weight. He looks better than ever. And they're doing it without Rodri. And that was the catalyst of my argument last time we talked, well, the summertime in July or August. If there's no Rodri, or we've said it, no Rodri, no party. Well, fuck, we're wrong. Bro, they are positioned to go ahead of us. We drop 2 points or draw, and they win. It's a 2-horse race because I do think Liverpool will struggle, right? But once they get firing, it's going to be a 3-horse race, and I do think it's going to be a 3-horse race in that City and Liverpool this season. I just don't see anyone else.
So now Liverpool is out of the question now. No. I really want to understand this because I want to understand this. So is Liverpool out of the question now?
Of course they're not out of the question. What do you mean they're out of the
question?
No.
Oregon. No, Oregon. I want to hear Oregon. Oregon. Is Liverpool out of the question now?
No.
And you're now elevating City down.
They have a history of winning. They have a manager that knows how to win. They have a manager that knows how to set them up. The manager's not failing them. So all the Liverpool fans are saying, slot out. That's a little bit too soon, in my opinion, because the player's still gelling. Again, Isak was not match fit. He missed the first 3 games of the season. They had to come back from goal.
Look at the excuses you're giving for Liverpool. I mean, if it was an Arsenal fan giving excuses about why Gyökeres can't score goals, I mean, we don't see all these excuses, bro.
It would have been 1-1 for the 84th minute, Tony. And then we say, it was a battle game of 2 teams. Liverpool are not falling off. They will drop points. We're going to drop points too, Tony. We will lose some games. Right,
we have the best defense in Europe, bro. What are you telling me about?
This is where I'm different from Dow. This is where I'm different from Dow. Hey, Tony, this is where I'm different from Dow. This is where I'm different from Dow. I couldn't give a fuck what Isak is doing. I couldn't give a fuck what Isak is doing. Right now, fuck Isak and whoever is fucking playing for. Yeah, I said it, right? I couldn't give a fuck what Isak. What Haaland is doing, that's what I'm concerned about. That's what I need my striker to be concerned about. That's what I need my striker to start worrying. And you said, oh yeah, but we weren't talking about this at the start of the season. So what? We weren't. We are now. You know why? Yeah. Because Haaland's talking for them. And when Haaland's talking for them, you pay attention, bro. You better pay attention. He did it to us. And listen, hold on. I've been sat here. Hold on, I've been sat here for 20 minutes, just letting you man fucking talk.
20 minutes? No,
hold on. I don't even got. I got like about 3 minutes before I get out of here, right? But I'm going to say this.
We talked about more 10 minutes, bro. Come on, man.
Hold on.
Just some more.
All right. But let me get where I'm going. Right. When Haaland is talking, right? You've got to listen, and you know why. This is supposed to be Haaland's worst start to a season, and this is what he's doing.
It's one of his better ones. Yeah.
And this is what he's doing.
Wait. Ola, what do you mean by it's supposed to be his worst?
His worst start to season. Yeah, his worst start to.
Ola, don't do this, man. That man is a machine. Hold on.
This is not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is what they're saying. That this is supposed to be his statistically. This is supposed to be his worst start to a season, and this brother is on double digits already. This is what I'm talking about. So when we need our striker to focus on the competition, I don't want him worrying about what Isak is doing. I know they're countrymen, but I don't want him worrying about that. Isak did all of this. I want him to do all of that. You know what I mean? Forget about Isak. Let's worry about what Haaland's doing, right? The way City is poised, They have a manager that's done this before. They have a manager that knows how to get in Mikel's head. They have a manager that now has Donnarumma. They have a manager that has an alien as a fucking striker. The rest, he can
you
kind
mean
of...
the Pep Guardiola that came to the Emirates?
And park the bus. Yeah,
the bus.
That's even more scarier. That's even more scary, bro. That's even more scarier. Do you know why? Because if he can do that to us, and we're defensively sound, imagine how many teams they can go and bully people on with Haaland and then take that shape and just lock off everything with Donnarumma in the back. That's more ways for them to win games, which is why we're saying, why can't Arteta go 4-4-2 if he has the options to use it? If Pep, almighty Pep, can go and pack the bus, and we've never seen him do that in order to win the league. That's what Pep is willing to do, blood. Why can't your manager, that I want you to put your neck on the line for, before I'm going to put my neck on the line for him, right? Hold on, Tony. Yeah? Why can't your manager, that you want me to go and put my neck on the line for, and say, yeah, Arsenal's going to win the league with chest, when he's not even prepared to make sacrifices? The same way Pep is looking to make these sacrifices, blood. Why should I? And he ain't giving me no credit in the bank. At least Pep has credit in the bank for his fan base. I don't got no credit. Where's my credit in the bank? Bank's tumbleweed right now, bruv. Bank's tumbleweed. I need success. I need medals. I need to put some coins, some medals in the fucking bank. So, we can have further conversations about further success. I need return on this investment. I need something, bruv. You can't just get through 3-4 seasons, just tumbleweed and in the name of second. Fuck that. We demand success, bro. He's got to make. If he makes them adjustments, then I put my neck on the line. If he make them adjustments, but you said it yourself, he's not going to make them adjustments.
Suddenly, people said Man City is buried. Pep Guardiola is finished. I mean, I heard all this. I saw all these things here, people. Let's don't do this here. And suddenly now, because they've gained some traction, and right now they're winning some couple of games, suddenly the narrative has just changed. No, do you see the U-turn from Liverpool? Yeah?
That's
from Liverpool.
Tony.
Now there's this big sharp U-turn now, and people are now talking about City. They're now talking about Haaland scoring goals. I have no problem about that. But keep in mind, that Haaland has played World Cup qualifying matches for his country. Yeah? Keep in mind that during the summer, that this same Haaland you're talking about, he played in the Club World Cup. Yeah? See, people, he's playing competitive. I mean, that man has almost...
What's so wrong?
Just listen.
What's so wrong in asking our striker to make Haaland his competition? What's so wrong about that? What's so wrong about that?
Nearly half of City's goals this season, Ola, what do you think, when reality sets in and Haaland, starts...
I've seen this same striker.
Starts getting that little tumble here and there.
I've seen this same Gyökeres go and put a hat-trick on Pep's team last season.
It's good and okay if Haaland is firing on all cylinders now, but I know that during the course of the season, man is gonna be gassed out. And then what happens after that? Yeah, man is gonna be gassed out. I've just named you the competition. What
sample size do you have to say Haaland's gonna gas out?
Okay.
Come end of the season.
It's the defense that lets City
no problem. Down. We'll see about that. Because of the amount of games he's playing. That man is carrying the team. Even Oregon couldn't have said it. Yeah. Without Rodri, we all know that Rodri is the man down there. Yeah. I mean, you guys can look at Haaland all you want. But we do know the engine room in that team. It's Rodri. They are doing it without Rodri right now. Yeah. Haaland is scoring goals. Yeah, I give him kudos. But
this is what I'm saying. We need our striker to do it for us.
He's a human being. And Olati, no matter how much you talk about Gyökeres, you talk about all these people in our traditional number 9, I mean, you can do all that talking, no problem. But I would prefer my team to be an all-rounded team where the wide players are scoring goals, where I'm scoring goals from corner kicks.
Of course.
Where
Of
my
course. We
centre
want
back
those
is scoring
shared.
goals,
Yeah.
where goals is coming as a collective rather than a one-man showroom.
Of course.
So when Haaland goes down the drain, this
we want the
narrative
goals to
will
be shared
change.
around.
I mean, see, people, yeah. I mean, we're going to be calling up this show or most times now because I like this trio, yeah. And what we've said, there's enough to hold each person accountable for what he. I mean, for what he have said. You know,
haven't put your neck on the line yet. I want to hold you accountable as well.
This season, bro. Bro, we're winning the league this season, bro.
He said it. He said it. Tony broke character. He broke character. Tony broke character.
He's a broke character. Allah is a wicked man, bro. This man is wicked, bro. This is a wicked man, bro.
You guys are hilarious.
All right,
I got a meeting. Yeah,
I got to go as well still.
I mean, final notes, and of course, tell us what you got coming up. But again, just give us final notes.
Final notes is tomorrow's game against Atletico is going to be a very big test, number one. And that's really going to see, I think that's really going to see where we're up with the big boys, right? Where we could play with some of the top European guns. And you know, unfortunately, I'm going to miss it. I have a doctor's appointment, but I'm hoping we, you know, do the thing against Atletico. But with all this said, is that I agree with what you said earlier. It's not in the manager's wheelhouse to change up the formations because they train 4-3-3. They think 4-3-3. But again, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results, right? And I said again, you got to use your best 11. If he throws a 4-4-2 out there with Havertz and Gyökeres, I think there's goals there. I really do.
I think so too.
I can see somewhat of a change up than what we've seen for the last 6 years. This has to be his last year, not only with the money spent, but with the way we're playing football and not getting goals from open play. And we scraped a win out Saturday, and it's not fun to watch. It doesn't build any confidence going forward. But with that said, thank you so much for this show today. It was absolutely incredible. Big up Ola, my guy as always. Big up TC. And I will be on, I believe, with TJ this Friday at 10 or 11 p.m. for the American Idiot Show's coming back. So, yeah, big up TJ. Big up everyone in the chat. And thanks again, Tony and Ola. I got to run to a meeting right now. So I will catch up with you guys.
Big ups, Arakin. Thanks, man. Yeah, cheers, cheers, yeah. Ola, give us your final footnotes, my brother, man. And again, just wrap it up, yeah. Wrap it up. And again, Ola, please, give me your prediction. Who is gonna win the league this season? I need a prediction from you.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you don't need to stick your neck on the line.
No. It's not. I will.
You know, I would accept it. No problem.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Look, this past few games, like I said, I've given credit to the manager. You know, we're turning results that we dropped points in last season, the Newcastles, the West Hams, the Fulham, we're turning them into 3 points. And that's all you can have, all you can ask for on a match week-to-week basis is go out there, win your games. Sometimes you want your team to go and win it convincingly. Sometimes you just want them to get it done by any means necessary. The Fulham one was more of it by any means necessary as the game went on. And you know, the solution just weren't coming, you know, fast enough. We managed to get one off a set piece with Gabriel flicking it on. And we got a game tomorrow against Atletico Madrid. And, you know, anybody that's expecting an entertaining game, squash-buckling football, that scintillating game, you come to the wrong Champions League game. It's going to be a boring haram football from two haram motherfuckers. You know what I'm trying to say? You go see from Simeone, you go see from Arteta. You know what I'm trying to say? So don't expect a squash-buckling game tomorrow, but I'm going to be on Lee's channel tomorrow. We're going to be doing the watch-along for that. So come link us up. We've got Dust Up Shakedown as well on Wednesday. Yeah. Come link us up for that one there as well. With watch along this weekend with USC 3-2-1. Tom Aspinall is going to be fighting Cyril Gane. That's a big one. You know what I mean?
That's a
So
big one.
come link us up on the Fight Week show, man. We've got plenty of things going on. But as a prediction,
quick one. Can you answer this question for the assembled? He's been banging on this point since. Please just help him answer the question, please.
Question, Tony. Do you think our transfer window has improved our first team on the bench? Yes, it has. I think it has. Okay. I think we got more options of the bench. We got a bit more potency of the bench. You know, bench where you can bring on a Trossard or a Martinelli. You can bring on a Dowman. You can bring on Ethan. You can bring on Eze or even Zubimendi off the bench that came to change the game against West Ham the other day. You bring in some kind of quality of the bench. A bench you can bring on Merino. We know what Merino is capable of doing if you put him up top. I don't want to see Merino in the middle of the park, but if you put him up top, I know what he's capable of doing. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think the bench is definitely improved. I'm not even going to sit down here and cap. And this is why us Arsenal fans are demanding for the league to be won by Arsenal, right? Because we can see what we have on the bench, we can see what we have on the first 11. And to answer your question on the prediction, I predict before a ball was kicked, right there, you can go and check it out. The very first game against Man United on League Gunners channel, we done our prediction who's going to win the league. I said Man City, right?
City.
Yeah, I said Man City. I didn't even say Liverpool. Wow. Even that's after the business was done. That's after, you know what I mean, when we played the first game we played United, I said City was going to win the league. And that's because of the manager. That's because I didn't think Slot could replicate it. I also thought, I was saying, I even made a joke. I said Pep is back with his missus. And Pep with his missus is a dangerous Pep. People, if you remember, you can, I don't know, you can remember, you can go back, those were my exact quotes when I said City. So I think they are the main competition that we got to look for this season. But I'm going to go ahead and predict us to win the league. I feel like this is our year. I feel like things are aligning, so even as early on as it is. But I'm accumulating what we got last season with the injuries and how we're managing it better now. And I think if we're strong past December, which is just a couple months away, and touch wood, no crazy injury happens, I think we can really go on and compete and maybe even win this league. You know what I mean? A lot of it is going to depend on our defense. A lot of it, because that's one thing we got over City right now. And
we have enough cover from the bench for the defense.
That's one thing we have over City right now. But you can have a squad, but if your squad don't come with a form, then we're bang in trouble. And that's what we're going to need to keep consistent. You know, we're going to need to keep that consistent. So, yeah, man, I got to go, Tony. But, man, that's the prediction. I'm going to predict us to win the league.
Okay. I've said it. Man, I've said it. See, people, Ola of the Fight Week Show, please go and subscribe to my brother. Ola, please, we have to, I mean, you can see the energy in the room when you come in, bro. You see the energy in the room, bro.
Blessed, bro.
Let's get our show going on, people. Me and Ola will be back for our show. I'll ask him about the day we can do that.
Yeah, man. It's all schedules, man. It's all schedules. It's crazy. It's crazy right now.
Yeah. So, people, smash the like button, and I'll be back tomorrow with Mark of United, of the Man United channel. So me and he will be having our joint show together. The Divide, will be having it before my watch along with Josh tomorrow and Red RD. So join us for that one tomorrow at Let's Go Madrid versus Arsenal. As for me and Ola, we are out, people. See you soon. See you tomorrow, people.